All right, here we go with lesson, module 11, lesson 4. Okay, task number 3. All right, on solving multi-step problems with surface area and volume. Oh, look at the cute puppy. All right, Reggie built the doghouse shown. He's going to cover the outside with weatherproof paper, then cut out the entrance. How much weatherproof paper will he need? All right, so what do we got here? Got a couple different things here. We've got a triangular prism on the roof. And it looks like we got a rectangular prism for the bottom of it. And we've got the dimensions shown. And look, they've given us fractions, so we gotta be careful with those. If it helps you, can turn them into decimals. Okay. First, use one of the given prism volumes to find its height, then find the combined surface area. So we're gonna do one at a time. All right. Use the volume of the rectangular prism to find its height. Volume of a rectangular prism, of course, is the area of the base, that's what capital B is, multiplied times the height, and substitute the known values. Okay, so of course, the volume is 24 and 3/8 cubic feet. Okay, then if it helps you when you're calculating this to turn it into a decimal, you certainly can. But it's going to ask you for your answer in a fraction form. So that's where your fraction calculator can come in handy as well. Okay. All right. So what is the area of the base? All right. So area of the base of the rectangle, 7.5. Well, we know that already. So 7.5. Okay. And it says convert that fraction into a decimal. So convert that fraction, 24 and 3/8, into a decimal. So what is 3 divided by 8? 3 divided by 8. 0.375. So plus 24. So 24.375. 24.375. 20, and that would be 24 and 3/8. Okay. And that equals 7.5h. So just like in previous problems, I need to divide both sides by the coefficient of h, or the value that we're multiplying by h, or the number in front of h. And we're going to multiply both sides by 7. Divide both sides by 7.5. Okay, so 24.375 divided by 7.5. And that gives me my height of 3.25, which is actually 3 1/4. Okay, so 3.25. Okay. All right, so 24 and 3/8, we ended up with 3 1/4. All right, if we're talking fractions here. All right, choose the correct word to complete the sentence. The triangular prism and the rectangular prism form a what? What type of prism do they form? Is it triangular, rectangular, pentagonal, or hexagonal? Well, how can I tell? How many sides does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we know it's not a rectangular or triangular. Is that a hexagon or a pentagon? Well, 5 sides means it's a pentagonal prism, right? Okay, 5 sides. Okay, now complete the sentences about the composite shape that forms the base of the doghouse and express all numbers as decimals, and do not round your answers. All right, the area of the triangular base. Triangular base is 3.75. It says it, that's what capital B is, right? Okay, and the area of the rectangular base is 7.5. That's what it says there. So those are my capital B's. Okay, all right. The area of the B is the combined prism. So of course I'm going to add these two together, right? 3.75 plus 7.5, and that gives me 11.25, right? Okay. All right. So that's the area of the base there. Now we got to find the perimeter. Okay, so we've got, and of course, we want to put this in decimal form. So we've got 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 and 3, and 2 1/2. So let's clear this out. 3 and 1/4, so that would be 3.25 plus 3.25. That covers these two sides. 3 and 3, so 3 plus 3 plus 2.5, 2.5. And that covers the bottom, okay? The perimeter of it, okay, is 15. Okay, check it. All right. Now we're going to take this information and, of course, going to put it into the next one, because this is going to find me the total surface area. So 2 times the area of the base, okay, the area of the base, of course, the triangle and the rectangular prism was 11.25. And, of course, the perimeter was 15. So now we've got to do all the math here. So first of all, I'm going to start out, and because we're going to write this out a little bit, 2 times 11.25. Okay, that's going to give us 22.5. So 22.5. And then we're going to add that to 15 times 3.25. That's 48.75. And then we're going to add these two together to give us our answer, plus 22.5. And we get 71.25. Now, we're not done though, are we? Oops, 71.25. Of course, this is square feet. Now, we're not done yet, all right? Because obviously you're not going to cover the area where the dog would go in. Okay, so complete the calculations to find how much weatherproof paper Reggie will need if he does not include the floor. Okay, well, okay, maybe it's the floor that we're going to cut out. Okay, maybe the doggy does have it over his place. Okay, over the place he would go in. Complete the calculations to find out how much weatherproof paper Reggie will need if he does not include the floor. Express all numbers and do not round your answers. Subtract the surface area of the floor. Okay, so surface area of the floor. Okay, so what did the floor consist of? So we've got 2.5 here. Okay, and then my height of it, of course, was 3.5. Okay. So 2.5, 2.5, and then 3.25. I said 3.5, meant 3.25. So I need to multiply those two together first, right? So 2.5 times 3.25, because that's the area of my base. So I get 8 and 1/8, or 8.125. So let me write that out. 8.125. And then I'm going to simply subtract that from 71.25. 71.25 minus 71.25 minus 8.125. And I get 63.125. 125. Whoops, I don't know. I actually made a mistake there. 71.25 minus 8.125. And I get 63.125. There we go. All right. Okay, you've completed task number 3. You're ready to do the check understanding, and you're ready to, after that, be ready to do that on your own. Please don't forget to use a pencil, take notes on paper, use a fraction calculator like your TI-30X2S. Don't try to do this with a computer calculator. Write stuff out. It's going to help you out so much. Okay, good luck.